the center man.
For 8 years, me I did you.
Oh, you Freddy Casey, my. Oh, you never be. Near Belgium, so near tired.
Hey.
Now come on here.
They say you never have to think about so near my boy.
I'm tired.
And man one at this.
I'm more at this one. Yeah, Danny and this. The onion.
Hey, come on to boy.
They are holding money at them.
Ghanaians, within 5 months, they've regretted. They are looking forward to seeing NPP as an alternative come 2028.
The message is clear. NDC is a failure. Ghana deserves better.
Ghana, also your politician Ghana say NPP pet the bit Ghana free in Kwasumi.
It seems the NPP we care so much about power than Ghana. As a more tell Kunyaso name with the Ghana name with the.
I think they are praying that President Mahama fails. Talking about right direction in the elections of 2028. They are praying that President Mahama fails.
Honestly, none of them fascinate me. Honestly, the Ghanaian will not settle on any of these because
I see
the reasons for which the NPP was booted out still are relevant.
Okay.
How are you going to go back to the Ghanaian and convince them that you would deal with issues of corruption when you go and sit on the floor whilst people who are accused of being corrupt are being handled by state institutions?
So now I say only 1-2 minutes agu MPP omo party no omo delegates conference ni na awura ni agopo am for you wicked. Enjoma, you are too wicked. What say? Hey, akoya wicked. Na pa tese MPP pa wo free mu bi pa na wetima clear condemn the simple za.
Ene yeah, sorry say Ubia uncle join the political party. I'm sure say the youth will choose NDC over MPP. And it's a fact.
NPP National Delegates Conference across we na fire upon fire in Japan man for 2 na amman for say ba mi awakasa wati adan okan dia na uba umi anko akwaka de bia wati adan ma se mu Philippa pe kura na se kura o adan waire mi bisa Ghana for Dr. Mahmoud Alhaji Baumia, Dr. Economic Doctor, and I say Dr. Technology, Dr. Digitalization. Papa no why am na day. And now Casabia na some person mutina no si bone. Or say already MP before a problem na kaba ko pe no maso we. Na kwakwa na say omeja wetin wa kam we MPP mo no na ye we Kennedy camp ye wo Baumia camp bra champion camp ye wo Dr. Dutum camp ye wo a friend say Boachaja ko camp o say ya doso mumma ye ni na ye campaign papa ye preaching trade delegacy na say wo ye beje pinani ato aba ma wo no Ghana for afio muhui Ghana for twen yo inshallah Nyankopon adawroma say ye enema ye internally Ebedu 2028 na Ghana for any ho no mu say pasa baza o medane akunya na ga say Dr. Mahmoud Baumia pa obra pa boss anado dan kwa akofo ado achew ka kire say ya bone ya nuye ho ya nya ni ye kra sana endis ni John Mahama de na ye frakadam na say 419 and on person ye but after 1 and 2 years in the Swenyansa,
as we reflect and reorganize, we will soon be given the opportunity once again by our countrymen and women to serve and assist in rebuilding and transforming our nation. Crocodites, the task ahead of us is one that we have to conduct with diligence and measure. In times like this, we should be focused on strengthening our bonds of unity and reinvesting in the ties that bind us. Our foundation and our strength has always been in building a united party.
Now, Dr. Mahmoud Baumia kasa you say ampo alaji wo vimo na minin the MP before the Ghana for say ya ye kenye huye na when as we am sticker nhia so MP obi anim say ono de currency we declare doctor declare say onye ye dia go fie ku we o say we declare nti we Dr. Mahmoud Biamamia ope o onko pe bole bambo bi nkotena ne kwakwa ndan say ono assistance now o support Kennedy o compare ko ohina Japan na emom no enye support no support Kennedy nko awo onimpe fe say Ghana for NPP the Dr. Mahmoud Biamamia kan no eno de on force so ba be flag bearer the NPP na emom we de ofaso ofaso 100% o si oji tu mapa at na bia ni o se twe kai there is nowhere as it stands now he says 7 months now Ghana form for NPP o si na say this vocal lip singing kwa I said the first name to me o to nyuma say ne no nyese what's the grounds who see grounds o say o head grounds no say Ghana for just come to Ghana for bre ti Ghana for the omo kan na say NPP mun tumu nema yie na momra sa medje momra rescue mission na ma rescue ye wu research na ni side ba no check ai omo no check omo nko packet and omo bank account omo check Ghana for ai se bi amu asika awura na gogo na se so na nka ofa ya kama pa ah ti we se bi amu asika ne nsema o kan ne se ni buafu na nya bre no ho na ne mfifre krati ya tene se koda so ni na sha ase de nkuto na gofra se bi amu asika tobo ase na kasa.
I mean, one front, and make sure that the NDC can never 16 months 17 months that we are in, is it 7th month, sorry, they have not even put one person in one fund. They have not even finished appointing their appointees or whatever, their officials. The NDC is all about propaganda. They're only using the media. They cannot. NDC is a social democrat. Tell me one pro-poor policy of national character, tenacity, and international recognition that the NDC guys, they have been able to implement. You tell me one. So the hope of this country for the youth lies with us. But if we can realize that we can implement that, as we are all calling for, there should be peace. We should do extremely constructive, okay, very constructive campaign that after that we can all come together and trigger the intrinsic motivational factors in us and work to win power from the NDC. But if we destroy each other, a house divided among us, what will happen? Can never stand. So our message today, everything that we are doing, we should look at the bigger picture, not a group, not individual, not to create problems for each other, not to destroy each other, not to use propaganda against each other, and make sure that Ghanaians, within 5 months, they've regretted. They are looking forward to seeing NPP as an alternative come 2028. But that will depend on us. It will depend on our behaviors. It will depend on how we treat each other. It will depend on how we manage these whole exercises fairly. If we do that, everything will be fine.
Now, Oyena Afenyo Alexander Pamela Markins, the minority leader in parliament for the NPP. Papa no can say on to the minorities is because spiritual and you're good for him to sit on the minorities in the net or a proud member, proud bona fide member, the son of the land, the son of the seat, and the minority or parliament or that. Papa say, hey, NDC for your fracadam. NDC wicked or me evil. Or think I'm tron kwan or munim die. Now, the any yapa say, NDC for Omama Brabia, tron kwan no me try. I don't be kunyana so. Now, where do you pay in this MPP? Yeah, or man to mamma who do Ramagana for whom we do. Nama NDC for them tro, ebedia kunya. I have down, I don't know, etino. But on him, said the Dr. Mahmoud Biamamia Kayano. So I want to tell Munyama Agunya. Ghana for Muribe feed the NDC 4 years enter. Or they enter Omoabaku. And yet, Mama start to investigate on growth. Mutugalam say, enter na party for Nabaku internal fight or no president order that. Almost as so Mokuya or Mobet to Moto. Secretly be a daddy. And then you Ghana for me say, sign is one year devil evil. Just say, Omoye Satan Lucifer. Cambodia, where we are sending your mom enough for boom. Omoa, eti ewie pe Ghana for begas NDC for mun sinfure kunya na swat na NPP mo meje na masanto aso.
The message is clear. NDC is a failure. Ghana deserves better. Our 2024 loss exposed our cracks, internal rifts, faltering resolve, and a message that didn't connect. Yet this defeat is not our end. It is our crucible, fortifying us for the battles ahead. You must channel this moment of disillusionment into a movement of renewal, turning pain into purpose. Let me share a story that should humble all of us. In 2005, a democratically elected leader stood at the gate of American embassy in New Delhi, holding a valid passport, but facing an insurmountable barrier. The United States had denied Narendra Modi a visa, not for any criminal conviction, but because the world had judged him guilty. Imagine that moment of profound isolation. Here was a man who had won the trust of millions, yet reduced to persona non grata on the global stage. The humiliation was complete. The path forward seemed impossible. But Modi made a choice that day that would define not his future, but the destiny of his party and some 1.5 billion people. Today, that same man commands audience at the G20, addresses joint sessions of the United States Congress, and leads one of the world's most growing economies. Recently, he visited our republic and addressed our parliament, stating, "True democracy promotes discussions and debate. It unites people. It supports dignity and promotes human rights." I couldn't agree more. Modi's journey from global pariah to world statesman offers us, the NPP, a roadmap from our current wilderness to future victory. Modi's resurrection began with a revolutionary principle. In a nation fractured by castes, religious, ethnic, and linguistic differences, he declared, "All the citizens, all the voters are my countrymen." Fellow patriots, look around us this very afternoon. Look at the divisions that have sprouted like weeds since our defeat. We cannot, we must not allow 2024 to become the year that destroyed the NPP.
Na oyena na pose me baabi na manka bidie lai nkanya papa kai say me boss ena ye Dr. Alhaji Mahmoud Bawumia. The papa kai na kure. O say Ghana for betwama in 2028. Me na po me nkan no nkwan keke me ka kire mo say there's only one political party in the history of Ghana. Eto de din na edu akon na akon mu ye din a o save Ghana. NPP kwa. And the assistance now Ghana for ejitum say they are in situation, there's crisis, there's problem no. Mon forget the creative problem no. Omo aba sabe solve problem say there. Na do ka kire mu mre bi abra na otika mo interview ni say papa na economy una ozi etisiga so ekom de. Wo ba ye ekom no grade ye mo afi de. Gare na ni etimi to yentimi nto bi ogbo ye ntimi nto anwa mo. Se yakokura na se de famia kan no ase no ba yenya bi ye be ko no ho na obi asika so ni atoni nyina enne banku 5 Ghana me de ma me ba wodi 2 years ekura na obedi awie enso no ana mo se he munche me na nado de ma baby na mambe ni na de aka na de me de ma the peerless person na oba aha no ba ye adwuma no kama na nado wo say also the next person na oba. Next president Oba no ba twa so ye adwuma no be sesam niam bia na eno no the next person according to obia ni de obia nim say obvious na ye Dr. Alhaji Mahmoud Bawumia, but unfortunately anko Mahmoud Bawumia ho ba akopio John Dramani Mokai so Mahmoud sanga say o say e friend say John Mahama man kan nie kra na John Mahama de be on timi nkase John Mahama be president, but finally John Mahama president. According to Ghanaians, almost say Cedi no appreciate ye flee or your packet. According to Bloomberg, Ghana, your currency is the best performing in Africa. Now the new word about reduce the Ghana is your currency is the best in the world. Even best than the United States of America, US dollar. But NPP for that so hope for them. Say a yet dang. And Yama Bessa Santina said, Tricky. Oh no, did you hope or believe? Say, Obian Dada, say NPP. And one a bit my situation. See, Nanado Kaya no more, but then Mahama the best of it. Problem there that's what the whole is for the I say, or more inflated figures intervening, and some artificial figures with Bank of Ghana. Kai say, almost I'm a crime of warning. Ghana for some common found, but NPP for some found. More money here, my son here. No, no, opponent catch them will say the only party I will save Ghana. The next. A friend is saying the next years to come, NPP.
If you don't understand the word democracy, you will begin to think that you should be in power for perpetuity. In perpetuity, no. Democracy and just now, I'll say who see free about what's next year. Jane who said, "Dear, I'm here, Anya, and Kofuampe." Medium Musuno Ampe, a generous and I remember Uncle for Bessania Rishimu or Ghana. Obio yet or so your politician or Ghana and say, NPP pet in the bit Ghana free in Kwasumi.
Dr. Matthew Broken Prempe, Wakasa one ram. No Rena Solomon who's the man of the moment, the firebrand have a simple to former NPP member now, a senior member of the movement for change, Alan Cash, a partner. So no one say NPP before they has a concert party, money so. Or some must say someone in our line, no one cantata, can drama, and I say key shop concert party. Or say their neighbor money so I grow neighbor money so. Or say hey NPP candidates and what about much is about 20. Ni na emfa. Mo pa mo ngofo nyankopon ni for Jesus Christ and count. Mo fa mo Mary, na mo fa Muhammad, sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Mo fa nka ho Mongofa mas magandi mongofa Ali Salasi amu ina famra. Na mfo mumbe party members in MPP. Reason India Ghana for to tia mo no one net that was a heart hardship. Na economy ni nye komodi amanfo enyama so nti fu obo kwana na ekoso ne intiminto amanfo bre na amanfo osu na amanfo owu. O se eno na mo ye ntia ye tutia mo no eni sibai omo sasani ni na. Enti mo vemo na amanya na mo pese mo ba power no. In 2028, dear na mujina so. See a message na mujina so dia. Mosi 2028. The NDC here ni na yentra NDC nsi wo. Ni antoma people no. Eno na de. Osemu ni na mo yakamu na bom ye failure emfa.
India can't regain in the last elections, last polls or last elections. Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia was doing around 67 to 68%.
Right.
And even with that, he ended up at the national polls in the region of 41.75%. So if we're going to do proportionate allocation, if 64 to 68 was leading to 41%, then with this 59%, he's doing around 38% in the national polls. And for me, that brings back to the mantra in town that he got 38. I don't know whether the associates who are looking into this crystal ball to see that he will likely end up in 38. Honestly, none of them fascinate me. Honestly, the Ghanaian will not settle on any of these because
I see
the reasons for which the NPP was booted out still are relevant.
Okay.
How are you going to go back to the Ghanaian and convince them that you would deal with issues of corruption when you go and sit on the floor whilst people who are accused of being corrupt are being handled by state institutions?
Right.
How are you going to deal with issues of galamsey?
Thank you.
So na I say only 1-2 minutes agu MPP omo party no omo delegates conference ni na awura nyago pamon for you wicked. Enjoma, you are too wicked. What say? Hey, akwa wicked. Na pa just MPP pa who free movie pa na wetima clear condemn the samples am. Allah to lie, wallahi to lie. He what say? Why naked truth on all vulgar trends. Make it sure. Say over subscribe, like it, and notification button on Uwe na wa share and Uko Facebook, TikTok, ni na old Boga TV, making sure say also no videos no obegro on kama. Yes, you try some so some say because NPP fire no e da so ba. Fire no da so ye justice ye tuntum. E je share man for to bole. So na wo ka say we me gas o ene say ne agbanya BBS. Na we ana Dr. Kwesi Amachi Boatin say okay, opeso obuse wo. Enye Solomon Usu asem o kan ntia. Aden na NPP for bomb paye say Ghana e ho be kire no. Tell be o power. Osi na okase botaye for political party to strengthen the growth of Ghana, to project the growth of Ghana, to develop Ghana, to make Ghana a safest place for business and a safest place for the habitants. In the day next year, as a sabro suntia, and the NDC for all of us, MPP for all of a sudden. Mopa said John Mahama fairly, number power. Or see a 2 month kunyasukre, and lose 6 months, Nanka Kunaniba, and Kaware. Or see MPP, in Kauyo about Kumu and Kaware, and Kaware. And the crowd is saying, Ghanaians who hand us power. Ghanaians who hand us power. Since most person gets beyond power. Was it seems the NPP we care so much about power than Ghana. As a more tell Kunyaso name with the Ghana many name with them. Hey, I say me what can ina Freemano. I say me what can ina Freemano. Dr. Kwesi Amachi Boatin me prato fire.
Right. Now, for the NPP, they feel that, or the leadership of the NPP, they feel this will definitely position them in the right direction in 2028 elections. Do you agree?
I have difficulty to achieve the desired outcome. But then I think they are praying that President Mahama fails. Talking about right direction in the elections of 2028. They are praying that President Mahama fails. Democratic elections, first and foremost, prioritizes economic outcomes. If President Mahama is able to significantly affect the economy, and also that is in terms of economic growth, and also embark on significant social development, and there are signs he's going to do that. His promise and a dual carriage from Kumasi to Accra. He came to Kumasi to announce several packages he has for the region. If he does, he goes ahead to execute this, and definitely he succeeds. Ghanaians will want to reward the NDC. Economic factors come first. They are anticipating of mobilizing their supporters. If, especially in Ashanti, President Mahama goes ahead with KGTR Phase 2 and the other projects he has promised, he would have succeeded in endearing himself and his party, the NDC, to the region. And I know NDC from then on will take advantage of that and mobilize a strong support base in Ashanti.
Are you? Eti, wait, what's here? I would cannot cry. Never with some Jesus. A man for to say, a man for someone's review because almost sit back on the send a book and nails say what you almost in the Senecodemos, almost no Casado Bianca said, Diana, Obian a voice, and can you voice back? NPP before say, hope, Vimo, Omedia Kunyana by 2028, meaning baby, I'm going 1+1 Gunya trainer. Banka 1+1 a trail from KG, ABC Nadia, A2. Yes, every major outturn in election, it happens because they are practically hashing. And also, one former president and a party member and the leader of the NPP, John Mahama, for the former president. Ekatere say, mu conference yasi. Or see the current voters who they back from 2016, ABC 2025 are too wise. They have grown. They understand politics and election very well. And they said that around the 1992, ABC 2018 no dia kunyano. And then untimi fa a gallon enko gina kwa say a full of gallon is like this. So if I come out this like this, so no you know. Or say na Ghana for a school for not dosun. Or say musa say mongola na mo amuni go free education in West no. Go do university one from tomorrow. Or say musa all the university campuses. Ya to abani we no na one na wini NDC. Or say musa say na opa ochi mema ene ma 10 young guys from age 40 downwards and as 50 downwards But almost say between NDC and NPP, party being on Promegas NDC. Or say clearly, it's telling you that my plan strategy I'm going to go into elections. Amutu adai. Or say the Moses strategy no. We should know how to communicate to the Ghanaians, how to respect them, how to respect their opinion, and how to make sure say their opinion mutie wi a mo de yeduma amana benefit o mo. Enya sa. Now, I don't know why the NPP are failing to understand and accept. Say, look, until we wash away our sins, and sins in the day, Sika Mudi ye, Chemukren ye, Cathedra, and Huntakwa Yanku ye, Hashepa Mudi Kotum, Alfeina, ye easy and Kakranka Grafum. Dollar now, we could do 16 from 4, no? Dollar now, I will do 10 to the city. And then 4 now money free from 5. And they go do around 18 and 19 no. And then I feel 4 no around 12 and 18. And then Pana Maya Ambroswa and Timos say the ordinary Ghanaian will look at this past 7 months of the NDC in the John Mahama administration and decide that say on to my NDC, regardless of the candidate they are bringing, or how to my NPP. Especially if the projection is true. Said the leading person who can actually win. Dr. Mahmoud Bomia. Message by no Abeka today. Technology. I don't know Abeka today. Akai. Nanya de guitar and send me anti the Pamono. Yeah, pay the energy house in the guitar. Nagana for a more laptop. Do not send them from a movie. Do not send a dear code in India and somebody at the IT Papa B. Your phone's a good computer. But an average Ghanaian. But the 90% of Ghanaians on good iPhones. If they use more than 2% of the function of the phone, apart from camera or the selfie, no go Facebook, TikTok, no go Instagram, Snapchat. But we now we are about the phone and me try picture a video man here. Or say phone the clock time is just 3 years so minimum class we now say why. As when the boy and iPhone man no go jano. Some go for when now we technology at the ye go baby idea house technology. Ye ni fufu ye nya bi ni fufu ya ye wo na chire we nkwan tu ye winim ba pocket na ye we ye ni siga ye pesika go to bi nya bi a o ka digitalization o go digital wan aside the fact say ye hu digital ni na kra feli Ghana Post say ye sika kwa na gu na Ghana Post for so bi ni so ye woka ye COVID-19 tracker app ye ko this card control drone say drone infan ensene no enfan ko hospitals abra na hospitals any best abra na hospital enfan ebugu abra ko da ko do hospital wa e friend say oxygen kra unya bi that hospital ye wono you had a vice president who was thinking about technology digitalization thought it wise. So we go secure drones with our hard-earned tax money. Abra any best Ghana hospitals. If on one number they buy some sebe, Kennedy de Magiga catch us. On the company they very do. Any is for compilation. Make compilation of Niema. Brachampo say the same thing. Non casinity akuja to ablakwa amone ni amranka o ha anani ajefu amanfo nse onso kra pa we onyamba wie ana o cha say arrogant when the age never time want to me it is obvious I want to me ni channel ultimate shati time want to me shut up our mon like meeting I said because I paid for your bill amounts me na me sure this bill me kasa how dare you brajambo nanu ye nipa so a otia no na so shati up no enya minu mi no ye ordinary o eye nipa o ye NPP for na omo World Bank regional chairman Ashanti region o say emi so obe national chairman and now we are delegates meeting the conference or declare intention it is someone who want to be a chairman and someone who want to be a presidential candidate was shutting up. The imagine who party faithful. Imagine who any party a card over bread off. And they say, no. The NPP one, that arrogance of power now, mom can say a part of my problems, no, not solved. But that's what with them. 2, the corruption scandal. And tell me, when I see how I'm on Bubu police for off. And society, you still think you are even in power. Intimon Tremor last Macazas and me, I must word. Can they be a mutinake to Duncan? Hey, NPP for now mutinake, one country wrong. Send me a catch from say, hey, Monreal lassie. For about 6-8 months, Nanka Dean. Now, the people hear this one. Let them start making the mistakes. Now, dig into that mistakes. And then counter with that or more mistakes now more. Now, Ghana phone will say, okay, then we can follow you as an alternative again. But and then, what or more fixing what you have broken. Momo see yes, I'm trying to now. I'm a tomorrow to 2028. How that young po. When I'm say 2032, why? MPP, more 2032. Because 2028 is too soon. Prince now, with the Amayan, too soon. And Koye. What I say? Messi was a muya kunafua, and Cabana, come on, worry. Timon try more lassie. Mama, young grievy, and we knew say, Brenna, Mama, a brain. I'm more cast up by a chon. And to me. I find a process at your panel. And the moment is phone for me. A movie I near because okay. And the MP weird another better alternative. Mumra. One team in today, a damn person was about Gunyasu. I bet I never told him. But you mistake 30 years in Clabadoso. Why are you naked? Truth on old Bogatress. Making sure, sir, or they'll come at the conversation. I say, every before said they are coming back, they are winning power in 2028. After Mark is believing the same. Napo, Egypt say, I, among one air party, Omotima save Ghana from the crisis they put us through. After Mark can say, Ayani ya Shinakuma, because MPP Yajuma pa. Any phone I don't turn propaganda, be dear Kunya. Now, Juma de Omubu become. Then Mamma Solomon who say, eh, O come candidates in Abuma, MPP candidates in Abuma, but couldn't win the power 2028 because Bonino Mudiano, Ombuso Mucha, Omudia, no Mucha, Ometra could say Beswa about Padia Momansa. Aha, now, Dr. Kwesi Amati Boatin said, Onim the entire MPP empire, our mobile nae, de bia Ghana and Philly, John Mahama and Philly no more power. It seems they care about power now. And Yaman Eugene Boatin, I can't play in your playing fat. Or an empire or born dear. Nina said John Mahama. Ebe Philly, Serbian people power. In the Ampa, MPP empire power ni. Said Mahama be Philly. In the 4 years in Yamre, all because I remember MPP coin and more power. Say, Anna Wadrin, ayo, for Wadrin a true comment section. I say, Edino a maxi billion. Me sure say what subscribe, what like it, watch it, a Somonia, and you be I read that. Making sure, say, Udu Facebook and now TikToker, over searching Oboga TV. Oh, your fans show horror off. Your body man wadre.